Hey everyone, Alex Bennett here at the PGA Tour Performance Center at TPC Sawgrass. This question comes from Steven. He said his swing coach is trying to get him to keep his arms in front of his chest on the downswing, and he's having a heck of a time doing that. So without doing an assessment, it's tough for me to know exactly why that is. Most of the time it comes from either imbalance in the obliques, weak core, shoulder connection. You might have some mid-back tightness that's causing your arms to either pull in or just kind of fall back as your hips kind of outrace the shoulders. But the 4 moves I would definitely give you here are, we're going to start with just kind of waking those external rotators up and getting those stabilizers to wake up before you play. So I'm going to do everything just with this band. So you can put this band in your bag, easy to travel with, easy to bring to the gym, bring to the range, bring to the hotel, wherever you may be. So we're just going to start with the arms 90 degrees, thumbs are pointing out away from us, and we're just going out just like that. So keep this core engaged. I don't want to see you go way out with the chest. You're going to do a little bit. I want that chest to open, but we don't want the rib cage to flare too much. So I'm just going to do 1 set of 10, but feel free to do anywhere from 1 set to 3 sets of 10. So you really want those external rotators firing, especially if you're sitting at a desk all day, whether it's in school or work or you're traveling a lot. You really want to get those woken up. You don't want to go to the range like this, or we're going to lose that elbow. So now I want you to hook it to a doorknob. So we're going to wake up each side of the obliques. So I'm going to start with this left side. So this inside leg's out. We're just going out with the arms, and we're just raising up. We're staying tucked. We're in that posterior tuck here. We're squeezing this outside glute. A lot of communication between that left oblique and hip to really stabilize here and not have us lose our spine angle and fall over. So we're just keeping that core engaged. This is a lot harder than it looks, especially when you're trying to squeeze this outside glute. A lot of things communicating. And then obviously, I would have you flip around and do both sides. So now, we're going to put this under the foot. So this is a little more golf specific. We're going to really simulate that feel now. I'm going to put this under the foot. We're going to pretend the shaft is going that way, and we're going to go to the top, and we're just going to drop the arms. Okay, so you see, I'm loading into this right hip. I'm keeping that hip stable, and I'm just dropping the arms. So I'm not getting up here and going that way. I'm getting up to the top and just dropping the arms. And sorry if my mic is making some noises. So you really feel that stability you have to have in the core. You're going to feel a lot of core. You're going to feel those shoulders working to keep this out in front of us. And we're just really feeling those arms drop down. And let that tension from the band, let those arms drop too while you're keeping those shoulders closed. Because that's going to be the first part of our sequencing. Especially when you see someone on something like gears, you really want to see those arms drop. That's going to help us really keep the club in front of us, not feel like our hips are either out racing or we're coming over the top. It's a good move, and I use it for a lot of guys, especially my older guys that lose that separation over time. You know, they've been work warriors their whole life, and they lose that separation. Everything starts going over the top. It's a great move to make them feel like they're up at the top, and this just needs to go that way, and then everything can kind of just come up and turn. So we'll go to this other side. It's going to feel weird, but important when it comes to the strength and stability in those shoulders. Feel like you're keeping that width out in front of you. This left side definitely feels weird. Good. Then all we're going to do is we're going to rotate over the leg now. So we're just keeping this out wide. We're going to get the hands on top of it, right? You can go hands inside, but I really like the hands on top because all we're trying to do is come out just like that. So you're pushing it away from you. Feel like that core stays tight. This right hip stabilizes as you rotate over it. And the more width we can gain, the better. Because like I said, some of your issue could just be a tight mid-back, losing width at the top, and then everything just kind of unwinds as you pull in. It's kind of a recipe for disaster. Not going to have much face stability. you're losing a lot of efficiency as well when you do that. And like I said, definitely do both sides. Anywhere from 1 set to 3 sets of 10 reps should help. I appreciate your questions. Keep them coming.